Sneak dissing, we don't see the competition. I drop off a ransom note that your art is missing, nigga.
Pay us in full with the money, or she gon' get her fingers clipped off like Lil Sonny,
MReck TV.
You hear something?
Have you guys heard of Stream Boss? It's a new IPTV provider that gives you over 5,000 channels for only $20 a month.
Oh, cool!
$20 for live TV, local TV, movies, TV shows, pay-per-views, and so much more.
Huh? What?
If you have a Fire Stick, smart TV, or streaming device, then head on over to thestreamboss.com to begin your setup process.
MRecktv breaking news.
GOP senators demand Fauci resign or be fired. And he about to get cooked like Joe Button's boots on MRecktv, salute the Reck mob. Senators Tom Cotton, R. Arkansas, Marco Rubio, R. Fla, and Marsha Blackburn, R. Tennessee, are calling for Dr. Anthony Fauci's resignation, claiming that he has lost the confidence of the American people. If Fauci will not resign, the senators are demanding President Biden fire him amid a controversy over the origins of COVID after Fauci and others had dismissed the lab leak theory as a right-wing conspiracy theory for months. Dr. Fauci has lost the confidence of the American people with his repeated evasions, misdirection, and politicized statements, Cotton said, according to Fox News. If he won't resign, Joe Biden should fire him. Rubio told Fox News that if President Biden is committed to science and finding the truth about COVID, he needs to fire Fauci. For 16 months, we have seen Dr. Fauci withhold information, dismiss plausible explanations of COVID's origin, and outright lie to Congress, Rubio said. He is supposed to be a fact-based public health official, not a pundit distorting the truth to conform with his personal judgment. Meanwhile, Blackburn said this week that Fauci needs to step down and that the Biden administration should ask him to step away from his post. Many one-time detractors have now accepted the possibility that COVID-19 leaked from a lab, particularly since Biden last month released a statement saying that the U.S. intelligence community has coalesced around two likely scenarios for the origins of COVID-19, including whether it emerged from human contact with an infected animal or from a laboratory accident. Fauci has faced renewed criticism after thousands of his emails were released through a Freedom of Information Act filing last week. The emails show Fauci's early dismissals of the theory that COVID-19 leaked from a lab in Wuhan, China. They also show that Fauci brushed off a message warning of Chinese disinformation regarding the coronavirus pandemic. House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy has also previously called for Fauci to resign or be fired by Biden. Meanwhile, other House Republicans have demanded Fauci testify before Congress on his emails and more. In response to criticisms, Fauci on Wednesday claimed that the attacks on him are attacks on science. All of the things that I have spoken about consistently from the very beginning have been fundamentally based on science, Fauci said during an interview with MSNBC's Chuck Todd. Sometimes those things were inconvenient truths for people and there was pushback against me, so if you are trying to, get at me as a public health official and a scientist, you're really attacking not only Dr. Anthony Fauci, you're attacking science. He continued, and anybody that looks at what is going on clearly sees that. You have to be asleep not to see that. That is what is going on. Science and the truth are being attacked. Meanwhile, the White House is standing by Fauci. President Biden said he is very confident in the NIAID director. Last week, following the release of Fauci's emails, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki called Fauci an undeniable asset in our country's pandemic response. He's overseen management of multiple global health crises, and attacks launched on him are certainly something we wouldn't stand by, Psaki said during a press briefing. Asked if she can imagine any circumstance where Biden would ever fire Fauci, Psaki responded, "No. This just in. U.S. government's $3.7 million grant to Wuhan lab at center of CV outbreak." The Daily Mail reported that it has uncovered documents showing that Dr. Anthony Fauci's National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease, NIAID, gave $3.7 million to scientists at the Wuhan lab at the center of coronavirus leak scrutiny. According to the British paper, the federal grant funded experiments on bats from the caves where the virus is believed to have originated. Background: following the 2002 to 2003 SARS-CoV outbreak, NIH funded a collaboration by Chinese scientists, U.S. military virologists from the Bioweapons Lab at Fort Detrick and National Institutes of Health, NIH, scientists from NIAID to prevent future CV outbreaks by studying the evolution of virulent strains from bats in human tissues. Those efforts included gain-of-function research, which is accelerated viral evolution, to create CV pandemic superbugs, enhanced bat-borne CV mutants more lethal and more transmissible than wild CV. These researchers risk creating a monster germ that could escape the lab and seed a pandemic. Fauci's studies alarmed scientists around the globe who complained, according to a December 2017 New York Times article, that these researchers risk creating a monster germ that could escape the lab and seed a pandemic. Dr. Mark Lipsitch of the Harvard School of Public Health's Communicable Disease Center told The Times that Dr. Fauci's NIAID experiments have given us some modest scientific knowledge and done almost nothing to improve our preparedness for pandemic, and yet risked creating an accidental pandemic. In October 2014, following a series of federal laboratory mishaps that narrowly missed releasing these deadly engineered viruses, President Obama ordered the halt to all federal funding for Fauci's dangerous experiments. NIAID-funded gain-of-function research continued after the moratorium in a Wuhan-based laboratory. Congress needs to launch an investigation of NIAID's mischief in China. CNN reports that an intelligence official familiar with the government analysis said a theory U.S. intelligence officials are investigating is that the virus originated in a laboratory in Wuhan, China, and was accidentally released to the public. Other sources told CNN that U.S. intelligence hasn't been able to corroborate the theory, but is trying to discern whether someone was infected in the lab through an accident or poor handling of materials, and may have then infected others.
MRecktv breaking news.
No, you're the plug and such. You a joke's bound to happen if you slipping or you lacking. I'm gripping on the Mac 10, ready for the action. Shots to make you break dance and have you do a backspin. I got more kicks than karate flicks. My whole team pushing Maserati whips. You on IG liking thotty pics. Shorty pocket broke but her body fixed. Peace world. To promote your music or promote your business by placing an ad on MRecktv, contact MRecktv promo, MRecktv promo @gmail.com. Peace. Oh yeah, subscribe to MRecktv, youtube.com/MRecktv. I'm gone. MRecktv. It's got a music.